welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Stephany, and for today's video I am planning in my Plum Paper vertical priorities, and I'm going to be using all of these beautiful stickers. All of the shops will be linked in the description box below, so you guys can check them out and possibly even save some money on your order. So for this plan with me, I am using the November sub box from Perky's Paperie, and so here we have this beautiful letter with this pattern on the back. We have some beautiful florals. We also have some deco sticker sheets. Then we also have some washi strips, the D covers, this beautiful die cut, and this other sticker sheet as well. And so I'm super excited to finally be diving into this sub box. And before I get the pages out, I did want to show you how this current week is coming along, and I am really loving it. So in case you guys missed this plan with me, I'll go ahead and link it at the end of this one. But for now, let's go ahead and get the pages out. And so this week is actually the week of Easter, and so that is why we are not going to fill it in. But let's go ahead and grab our pages, because I am thinking of using this little pear washi strip over here for the dates. But now that I'm thinking about it, I actually forgot to grab my whiteout. So I think we're going to go with plan B, because I know that we are going to be able to see the days of the week right behind it, but maybe we can't see it with this one here. So yeah, let's kind of change the plans just a little bit. And so let's go ahead and place this one all the way across, and then I'll go ahead and cut it where each day of the week ends, just so that we can tell a little bit better. So let's end this one right in there. And then we also have these smaller cuts. If I can even get this little piece off of my hand. But we also have these little cuts here to break up the days of the week. So I definitely want to get those out. See, it's not that big of a difference, but you can tell just a little bit. So again, let's do the little cutout right here. Uh-oh, I feel like it's already cut right there. So let's go this way instead. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So yeah, let's go ahead and do the same thing over here on the right hand side. And so hopefully your Saturday is off to an amazing start. We actually just got back from my 8-year-old soccer game, and they did end up losing, but they tried their hardest, and that is all that we can ask for. The other team was just really, really good. I mean, they really didn't stand a chance, but we got out and they gave it a shot, and like I said, that is all that we can ask for. So let's go ahead and break it up right about there. Okay, and it's been such a long time since I actually used one of these sub boxes. But I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get back in it. They are just stacking up. And I was actually supposed to use this one for March, but then I didn't get to it. So now that we are officially in April, I need to use it, because I just love the greens, and I just felt like it was appropriate for like spring. So I knew that I wanted to use it. And so here we are. I still have to get into the other one, so I am definitely going to need to catch up. And I don't have a problem, because her sub boxes are just so beautiful and super affordable as well. So if you haven't checked them out, definitely do. Like I said, I will have everything linked in the description box below. But let's go ahead and start adding the days of the week. And so with this one, it's not too long, because I need to add the day of the week and the number. Oh my gosh, if I can't even talk. But let's go ahead and add Tuesday right about there. and Wednesday is a little bit longer. So for this one, I might have to overlap the number just a little bit. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And so it was a little bit chilly this morning, but once the game ended, it did warm up, and it is supposed to be a beautiful day, and so is tomorrow. And so both of the little kids do have a bit of a cough. It's not too bad, and Luna doesn't feel like she's warm, so she doesn't have that little bit of fever that she did have. Okay, we have Sunday over here. So hopefully you guys will have an amazing Easter tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have a video, but we'll just see. And I believe this is the 6th, right? Yes. So I always forget to look, especially in my Hemlock and Oak horizontal planner. But with that one, they have like the week up at the top, so I can always glance at that one. With this one, I had to look at the previous week. And so Wednesday, yeah, just like a tiny bit of layering. And I feel like this made such a difference. So yeah, I'm really glad that I went with that pattern, even though the pairs would have looked really, really pretty. Oh my gosh, I don't think that I grabbed it. So yeah, the 10th is gonna be for Friday, and then 11 and 12 for the weekend. I knew that I had to get my white out, but then I completely forgot. But yeah, I think it looks amazing. So now that we have that, let's get into the deco. So maybe we could add the pears down here at the bottom. I think that I definitely want to add this scalloped one up at the top. I think that it looks really pretty. The lace is just so beautiful. So let's go ahead and turn that around, because technically we could go side to side, and I think that I am going to do that. So there is a little bit of a border, so I'm going to try to have it go off of the page just so that I can get it. And so I think that that should be good over there. And look at me, I went ahead and grabbed my scissors from my son's little gaming area. I remembered to do that right before I sat down, but it looks like it's a bit dirty. I think he was trying to open something, and I don't think that I got this one on too straight. Let's see, maybe if I flip it, I can do a little bit of a better job. Okay, so I think I did too good of a job. So let's cut the end, and then that little bit that is hanging up. Well, actually, that wasn't even too straight. But yeah, now let's go ahead and get the top going. It is just like the smallest little border. Yeah, these scissors definitely cut so much better than the blue ones that I was using, but those ones really saved me this last week. Okay, so yeah, I think that looks really pretty. And so let's get the deco in here, because we have so many beautiful like little scenes to choose from. And the pears, I'm really loving like this little scene right here, and also the hell. Wow, that one is really pretty. So we could get it going over here. Maybe we could do this little situation down here, and then maybe we could even have the house over here. Oh, actually, I was gonna say that we also had some quotes, but I think that was with another sub box. I was actually going through them right before I got on camera, and then I remembered that I had this one here in my filming area waiting for March, and then I just never used it. So I was going through all of the sub boxes, but this one is just so pretty. So what did I want to do with this one? Did I want to add some of these down at the bottom? I mean, that could kind of be cute, and even this one here. Maybe not like all the way across, maybe here in the middle. Okay, so I think for sure I know that I want to use this one. So if I grab my tweezers, I can see it a little bit better. And actually, I might just even use the one with the pear. So let's actually get this one going here in the middle. That way it doesn't take over just one specific column. Or we could also use some of these florals. And actually, I really like that. So let's see how it would look if we were to just use a flower. Yeah, that looks really pretty. So let's actually get that going. Wow, that looks amazing. And now I kind of wish that I would have my white grit washing. I'm kind of looking around to see if I have anything here on hand. Sometimes I don't clean up as soon as I'm done. And that has actually saved me quite a bit of time, but I think that I actually cleaned up my area this time. So if I can get these little pieces off of me, I can go ahead and maybe cut this one here. Okay, perfect. Because yeah, I think a grid washi would have looked amazing right there. Or even like my script washi. I think these ones are going to be just a little bit too thin. Okay, so now that we have that one going, what could we place up here? I think I really like this one here. This one coming out like this would actually be like really pretty. Oh, and we actually have them on either side. So that could actually be kind of cute right there. So yeah, I think I want to go ahead and place it right over there. And this is actually washi paper. And I hadn't worked with washi paper until I subscribed to her sub box. Well, actually, she sent me a few months and then I completely fell in love with it. So I had to sign up for it myself and I just completely fell in love with it. So let's maybe see about this one. And I'm kind of thinking over here. So actually, let me go ahead and grab my tweezers. And I could do it here in between these two columns now. I think that would look really pretty. We could also put it over here, but I think that I really like it in here because putting it in the middle of both of the columns, that still gives me room on either side instead of just taking up one whole column. So yeah, I think that looks really pretty. Maybe we could do this one because we already used two of the little seams. So now I want to work up here and maybe just have this one here in the middle. Ooh, that looks really pretty. And then, oh my gosh, you know what? I almost forgot to do my highlighting. Oh my goodness, I am always doing that. That way this is already laid down before we start adding deco onto these areas. So let's go ahead and use this brown one for YouTube. So there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then we also have Thursday, Friday, and then here on Sunday, we're going to add 3 of them. And we're going to do the same thing for Sunday. And then for Instagram, we are actually going to go with this green color. So here is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then again, Saturday is going to have 3. And here is 3 for Sunday as well. Okay, so glad I remembered to do that. And actually, I'm going to add one more up here for this week. And I did see that we had these bullet points, so I could use them. They might be a little bit too big, but you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I think they're going to be fine, which actually works because I ended up doing the same thing for this current week. And so Gracefully Broken had these square bullet points and they actually fit perfectly right there. So yeah, I think I'm going to add those dots right there once I am ready to track that. And so now that we have that going, let's go ahead and add a few more little touches. So let's see, maybe we could add this one, maybe over here towards the spine. That way we can use that little space. So yeah, right about there. And then let's see, maybe this stack of cookies. They actually look really delicious. So maybe this one could go right in here. And then maybe something a little bit bigger over here since we're working with the spine. And so maybe this little basket. Oh, and actually we have to get this little situation going on over here as well. So let's go back to the little scenes. How about we do the house this time? And I think that I want to do the opposite. So how about we lay this one down? And this one is actually going to go right here in the column itself. And then I want to grab one of these ones and just add a little touch right there. Actually, I don't think that's too straight, but we are just going to go with it. I do see this one right here. So maybe we could just simply add it like that. Okay, wow, that looks really pretty. Now let's just get rid of this little section here. And then let's add maybe a few little florals as well. We did just add the one over on the left-hand side. So I think that I want to add a little bit more. So maybe this one could go right over here. I feel like all of these scraps keep just getting stuck either to me or the scissors. Okay, so there we go. We also have this little scrap here. So let's maybe find a home for it. Yeah, maybe right over here, kind of like that. And if we go back over here, maybe we could just add like the smallest little touch. So I am thinking maybe right in here. Oh my gosh, that looks really pretty. And then how about we add maybe some more over here, and that's going to give me another great scrap piece. But now I don't know if I would use it. Actually, this one is going to be a corner piece, so let's just get rid of both of the sides. So there's one, and then here's the other. Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh, I feel like this is turning out really, really pretty. And I think that we might be done. I mean, we added a few little deco pieces here and there. And I might even add some of that grid washi or script washi after the fact. But yeah, I think for now we we are good. We still have these stickers here, these ones, these florals. So I might make another spread, maybe in one of my journals or in my out paper journal. I actually got back into that one, and I have been having so much fun because we also have these ones and these ones. We get so many stickers with this sub box. So yeah, like I said, I really recommend it. And before we actually put the pages back in, we didn't get into the punch on that page, so I think I'm just gonna go around the punch just so that I don't have to bring in the whole thing. So this should be good right there. And then we have this one that completely covered the whole punch. So let's go around it. And there we go. So yeah, not too bad. So let's get the planner back in here. If I can get these scrap pieces off of me, and then we can see it all put together. And so like I said, this week is the one that I just showed you for Easter. Plum Paper just does this double thing, and I still don't understand why, but this is the way that it turned out, and I really like it. I love the date covers. I feel like it brings everything in. The colors are amazing, the theme is amazing. So yeah, be sure to check out Perky's Paperie. Her sub boxes are really beautiful, and they are super affordable as well. And like I said, everything will be linked down in the description box below. But for now, I am in love with the way that this turned out. So if you like this video, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to check me over on Instagram at stephanyhappilyplans. And I'll see you next time.